One, two, three. Okay, sound is good. Stream is on the green. YouTube is showing everything is fine, so that means we should be up and running. Yeah. Okay. Hello guys, welcome everybody to the live stream. I hope you are feeling great and having a nice start of the weekend. Sweet, sweet name. Sweet, sweet word. I hope you're having a blast just chilling, or maybe if some of you are working still, well then I wish you good work. Welcome everybody to Lisbon Airport and to the newest acquisition to our fleet, the Toliss A330-900 NEO. It's an airplane that I was already thinking of purchasing for a long time because we do not have a proper A330 in the sim, like exactly a proper A330. I mean, we do have. I didn't have it. And even though the Aerogenesis A330 freeware is pretty good, it still had some quirks. Like some of the systems was not that good. Maybe sometimes the performance was not there. But overall, I mean, it's decent. If you don't want to spend the money, totally fine. But if you want to be going for an extra step, then this is your answer. And man, I am super happy with this airplane. It looks amazing. I know some of you will tell me that the texturing is not great, and that indeed is kind of true. So I'm not going to lie on that. And that's kind of why I decided to get the Mango A330 engine expansion. Speaking of which, Synchro 97. Hey, hello everyone, congratulations on your plane. Thank you so much, and thank you for suggesting me to get the Mango engine, because at first, and even though when you sent me the photos, I thought to myself, well, maybe that's not really worth it, but once you see it in sim, it actually makes a huge difference. Like overall, the entire plane gets a lot better. I feel like only the wing textures should be slightly more improved, but that's maybe just my my poor RTX 2070 with 8 gigs of RAM not taking enough power to load those textures. So, I mean, other than that, it is a fantastic airplane. Oh, of course, and the sounds. We're going to be running the Mango sound pack as well. I was extremely, what's the word I want to say? Not cautious, but I was really worried about getting them because the only thing I purchased from Mango was the 747 sound pack, and it was not that good. And they promised an update, and essentially it's been ages. And now that the new 747 is in, they kind of are just waiting for the new version to release the new update, and well, that just gives us more time to wait. So I was really holding myself from getting it, but it's not perfect, but it definitely improves a little bit the experience. I mean, some of the sounds like autopilot disconnect sound could be miles better in my opinion, because I think the engines are actually pretty good. Like the cockpit stuff is pretty good, but then like the oral warnings are not that good. So I think they can work on that. But anyways, it's still a fantastic plane. I regret nothing. And this is gonna be the first full flight I'm gonna make on it. I did a couple of test runs. I did a couple of landings to get my hand on it, so I can get a little bit used to it, because you know it's a big plane. It has a lot of inertia, a lot of energy, and it surely behaves a little bit different in some ways. But overall, it's still an Airbus. So mostly, oh, there's somebody pushing back. Mostly it is about the same. Yeah, but however, you still have to get used to it, especially on the descent part, on the slowdown part in the approach. That's kind of like the most significant moment I felt so far with the airplane. Oh, and of course, taxiing. I feel like when you taxi this airplane, it is actually at that moment that you kind of feel the size of the airplane when it comes from the other Tolisses, A320, 321, 319, all that stuff. It kind of really feels big, and that's cool. So yeah, we're taking it on a flight from Lisbon to Madeira. Now, for those of you who want to do a flight into Madeira, I have created a dedicated tutorial based on real-life procedures, and it is available well, on the channel. You can go and watch it there. I highly suggest you to do so because it essentially works for basically any type of airplane, not only Airbus, Boeing, Embraer, whatever you want to do. So if you want to do it right, go and watch it there. What we're going to be doing today is going to be based on that tutorial, so it is extremely useful. Now, there we go. There's an A321. That's probably Emil spawning there. Really good. He's going to be flying with us as well. Now, I've been checking already the route, the weather, and all that stuff. Now, today, when I was doing the screenshot previews, the runway in use was actually 05, but it looks like the wind has rotated, and we are going to go for runway 23, which, to be fair, I don't mind, because that runway is quite interesting as well. It might not look like so, but it is, trust me. So, let's get into the airplane. Let's power it up. It's completely cold and dark. And start loading some stuff. Start looking at the operational flight plan. Loading the route, all that stuff. We do have, we are on VATSIM, of course, and we do have Lisbon Tower, so that's cool. We're going to be talking to Tower now. And also, I forgot what I wanted to say now. Jeez, I really forgot. I think I wanted to say something about delivery, because TAP Portugal was the first airline to operate the A330. And while it was not exactly this livery, the first livery is actually available, I think. I'm a sucker for Star Alliance liveries. I think they look just so simple, so clean, so effective that we're going with the Star Alliance. And I like the wingtip detail. I like the small logo. I just think it looks really good. And I feel like I already saw this airplane in real life. So it is pretty cool to kind of replicate this flight. Okay. Anyways, let's go into the cockpit. By the way, something I really, really, really like on this airplane that I feel every airplane developer, oh sorry, let me just switch that sound off, should do is you should have the ability to completely remove the cabin, because for people like me who don't have that big of a computer, I love setting the external views like this. This looks incredible. By the way, the engine looks really cool. But apart from setting like external view like this, I don't really care much about the insides. So this here saves potentially a lot of frame rate, and that's really cool. So, and that's it. Synchro sound. Look, that's what I said. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. LPCP plane spotting. Boa tarde, a ir para o spot fotografar. Top. Assim é que é. Synchro 7. Ooh, cargo A330 NEO. Yeah. It would be easier to model it, right? But anyways, the cockpit is pretty good, pretty decent. Let's start our first checks. The brakes are set, the flaps are up, speed brakes are stowed, both engines are off, engine start lever is off, the thrust is on idle, and we need to confirm that the weather radar is off. That's good. Gear is down and the wipers are both off. We already have the external power connected, so let's start from the batteries. Let me just check here the voltages. Okay, here's what I want to see. I will still learn a little bit more about the A330. I'm not so familiar with this airplane as I am with the A320. So some of the procedures may be slightly different, or maybe I'm not using the exactly right checklist. I'm just going to use the normal one for the A330. However, I do have an instructor who flies the A330, including the A330 NEO in my flight school, and I am taking a list of questions which I will go and ask him as well. And then I'll just try to find some more stuff. But yeah, so far I'm not as, let's call it, proficient on the 330 as I am on the 320, so I'm just gonna port over everything I know from the 320 to the 330, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so all the batteries are above 25.5, so let's go. Battery 1, 2 IP batteries coming on, and we're gonna go external power. Emergency lights, no portables on, and we want the nav and logo. Now we are running a real time, real weather, real everything today. So we are doing this flight as realistic as possible. I just want to switch off the lights because we don't really need them here, and I kind of like the way they look. So let's start with the overhead, just waiting for the airplane to power up a little bit. And actually, before it does that, let's check our operational flight plan, right? Alright, so we're going to be Air Portugal 1689er. Speaking of that, let's pre-file the flight plan into VATSIM because we do have an ATC, and it's always a good thing to have the flight plan. So that's correct. We are heavy, altitude 370. Our alternate is going to be Gran Canaria. I think that's it. No, Tenerife South. En route time 1:21. It looks like we're flying pretty fast. And all the rest of the stuff is looking good. Okay, let's file the flight plan. Can submit this stuff. This is good. Alright, flight plan is there. Excellent. Now, let's see. In terms of weights, our zero fuel weight is going to be 160.8. Payload 26.3. Fuel 16.528. Now, I've added 500 kilos. I know this is very little for this airplane, but when I was doing today the screenshots for the live stream, it was pretty windy. Like, it wasn't terrible in terms of wind speed, but it was pretty bad in terms of feeling. So, just in case, I'm gonna spend some time. I know we're gonna burn more than 500 kilos, but that is just a small extra for another try, because it's like 7 minutes. Perhaps that could be like 2/3 of a go-around, maybe. We'll see. Alright, so total fuel, I'll just round this up to 17,000. Cost index is going to be 10. Cruise temperature is -53, and tropo is pretty high there, 43,500. Alright, optimum flight level is planned. Our route is pretty straightforward. Out from runway 20 via Albad 1 Sierra, then to Narta, then to Raccoon. It's literally almost a straight line. Kind of. And then Raccoon 1 Papa arrival, which is exactly the one I've been using on that tutorial. So that's pretty good. Let's just check the charts overall to make sure that there is nothing significant there. I have checked the NOTAMs this time, and actually we do have a couple of interesting items on the NOTAMs. Okay, we do have some icing here. This is moderate icing from below 10,000 to flight level 260. We shouldn't be really affected by this, but it's good to know. And it looks like it's going to clear out. And it looks like we're going to have mainly a headwind, kind of a headwind crosswind component across all the flight. And nothing significant from terrain, well, apart from the fact that the island is pretty steep. But yeah, have you guys ever been to Madeira? That's a pretty cool place to be. I would say it's the perfect place to relax, to have some holiday, because the island is so small that you kinda, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff, but literally all of the stuff, if you don't come there for work, is related to relaxing. And that's kind of really cool. So yeah, a couple of things that stand out. We do have a NOTAM here in Lisbon that some of the taxiways are renamed. I didn't check. I checked specifically. I don't think we're going to be affected by them, like here. So Mike 1 is renamed Romeo 1. Mike 2 between Tango Quebec 1 renamed Romeo 2. Between Quebec 1 and Mike 3 renamed Romeo 3. Following guidance is available. Now I checked this from the real life, actually, from my past flights, because I think I had one flight where we would be landing close to sunset. So if something happened, let's say an aerodrome closed, we would have to divert somewhere. And essentially all the aerodromes close at sunset for general aviation. So we would have to divert either to Lisbon or to Faro, which is in the very south. So I actually did check this NOTAMs in real life. Alright, pretty good. So that is all set. Let's go into the plane and start loading this stuff. 9.1 tons on board. Now, can we actually... Oops. Before actually loading, let's go up here, finish the overhead completely. Okay, I believe this is gonna be pretty much all the same. We don't have GPS, that's why it's faulting. Evacuate, no, don't have to test that. No testing here. Let's go IR nav 1, nav 2, nav 3. The light should extinguish. It's gonna be fine. This is all off. Strobes on auto. Pack flow, I'll leave it on auto. Fuel pumps all off, and now I'll test the APU. This is a cool feature. Now, on the other Tolisses, if you do this, so you kind of click and drag the mouse, it declicks, so you can't really see the failures on the cam, so you just have to go by the warning. On this one, they actually made it draggable, so you can see all the fire push buttons there. You can see the ECAM messages, all of the engine indications, and you can look down here to see the fire indication, which is really cool. So the fires are all tested. This is all looking good. This is all looking good. This is one of the additions why I wanted to have the A330. Even though it is supposed to be installed already on newer A320s, 321s, Toliss hasn't yet implemented it, but I think they probably will. So the DRAMs, it's a digital DRAMs, digital radio and audio interface monitoring system. Managing system, I think it's managing system. So essentially it's your ACP and what's the other name? It's audio control panel and radio RMP, radio monitoring panel. So both panels combined as well with the TCAS, and that's really cool. Alright, we made the check of the overhead. Let's check the accumulator pressure. It is a little bit low. Let's see if it's still the yellow pump. So we talk to the ground crew and switch on the yellow electric. I'd like to see if that works. Oh no, wait. If that's the one to recharge the accumulator. Looks like it isn't. We do have a blue and a green, so let's check the other ones. It's going to be trial and error. Okay, there we go. Accumulator recharge. So instead of the yellow, it's the blue. Sounds good. Alright, constraint mode on, plan mode on, that's fine. I'm gonna put this already to arc mode and 40 range. Constraint mode is on. That is all set, that is all set. We'll come there in a minute. Let's come here and make sure this is on. So, high frequency not required. This doesn't work. ATC transponder 1, standby 2000. Standby, normal. So I want to do is TARA, so we can get the mode Charlie on the ground for the vaccine people. Nope, that didn't do the trick. Maybe I have to do auto and... Okay, auto worked. So normal standby, the rest of the stuff is good. Perfect. Check the rest of the stuff. This should be to auto, the rest of the stuff is off. Clear the message here. That is all fine. That is all fine. And panel no lights. By the way, I thought to myself, well, they probably didn't really do a lot of the circuit breakers. That is wrong. Actually, all of them, freaking all of them, work here. All of the bloody circuit breakers work. Do we have them on the back here? No. Probably the rest is either electronic or whatever. This is the lights for light bulb changes, fire extinguisher, masks. I want to test the mask. Mask doesn't work. Alright. What is this? I have no idea what this is. But it is pretty cool that all the CBs on the overhead, they actually made them. Incredible. Alright, taking a seat and starting to load the airplane. I feel like we can do the normal loading. Let's open some doors, because otherwise it just looks weird. I am not parked on the gate on purpose, because the big gates are right there, and I feel like that's the international zone. So we're not flying international, this is considered a local flight. And that's exactly the reason why I did that. Alright, shocks, that's set, that's all set. Can I get external power A as well connected? There we go, perfect. And fuel amount. Let's request the fuel amount. We needed 17,000. Request a refuel. We should have the fuel truck as well coming up. There it goes. Air PB instead of Air BP. Pretty good. That is pretty good. And the logo is all crazy. I think they inverted the colors or something. But that's cool. Are we gonna get the pipe? No. It's wireless. I mean, I don't care. As long as it does the job. Synchronous sounds like my job right now. Oh, are you on holiday? LPCB plane spotting. Vamos ao pulo do carro, Sr. Comandante. Não era mal pensado. I mean, it's like $89 plane. Circuit breakers should work. Well, it does. I think it does. So, that's pretty good. Alright, start the rest of the stuff. I just want to click on IRS in it. Align on ref, confirm align, and stand by for the rest. Now, let's go here to loading and performance. Zero fuel weight, 160.8. So we're going to take up a bunch of passengers. 160.8, actually not that much. 263. I mean, this is clearly more than I would take on the 321, but still. Let's put some aft CG to save some fuel, 32.3. Load the settings. That is done. Weight and balance reset to current. And now let's load the rest of the stuff. 263 on the PAX number. We are Air Portugal 1689er. Our alternate is Golf Charlie Tango Sierra. Yeah, Tenerife South, of course. Cost index is 10. Flight level 370 at a temperature of -53. The block fuel is going to be 17 and zero fuel weight 160.8. Just want to confirm that again, 160.8 indeed. And the CG is 32.3. I feel like I'm typing on a real MCDU. Did that yesterday. Actually on the sim. On a proper sim. And sometimes it doesn't want to work. Alright, let's go to flight plan. Departure running 20. Actually, before doing that, let me just confirm with the ATIS 124155. 12455 155.
Vacate via Hotel 1 or H3 first CTC on tower freq 118.105. Wind 240 degrees 12 knots. Kevo, temp 26. 2.10 QNH 1012. Acknowledge information India. Humberto Delgado Airport, Studos, India.
Information India.
500 Zulu. Expect ILS approach. Runway and use 20. Transition level 55 medium and light aircraft. Expect position U for departure. Takeoff available distance 2,412 meters if unable. Advised before push after landing vacate via Hotel 1 or H3 first CTC on tower freq 118.105.
I'd like to... Oh no. Did we really do that?
2.10 QNH 112.
Did we deploy the slide? Alright, check that. Stand by. Did we just deploy the slide? I hope not. I wanted to disarm the doors. Alright, now. We should get a disarm sliders here, because I don't want to see this picture if somebody opens the door by mistake. We would have a deployed slider here. All about 1 Sierra, and let's find it. Here it is. No transition, insert. Very simple. Alba, then to Narta. To, oops. Raccoon. Insert that. And we should be going for 23 RNV, so visual, Raccoon 1 Papa, via Pilim, no transition and insert. We've got the GPS flight plan on this side, let's check it out. Alright, departure seems legit, that's all correct. Raccoon, Mike Alpha, that's correct, that's correct. Okay, so far this seems correct. I'm gonna have a better look on the cruise. Now, red nav's nothing too hard tune. Progress page, we'll leave Lisbon, runway 20. Performance, we're gonna call that in a second. Refueling is complete, so seatbelt sign is coming on as well as the fuel pumps. Very good. And thrust reduction will do 800 above the field. Field elevation in Lisbon is 355, so we will do 1155 for thrust reduction and acceleration at 3000. Or actually, we could go direct to acceleration, so let's go 1155. That's set. I want to go with flaps probably 1. We'll take the whole runway, but I don't see any problems with that. Let's request the takeoff data. Reset to current, reset, compute. So 73 if you want from 130 to 140. Rotate 140, 142 up. 1 plus F looks good. Okay. We have received that, so 140, 40, 42, 73, looks good. Insert, that's done. Now, before I complete that, let's go here to airport. And we need to clear the discontinuity here so we get a better fuel prediction. Now we can have a final prediction extra 3.3. Sounds good. Alright, performance is set, fuel prediction is set, we don't have any speed restrictions. Secondary flight plan, I'm going to copy the active and I'm going to find the last waypoint, which is Albad. Did I just miss it? Yes, I did. And I'm just going to insert a new destination, Lisbon. So if something goes wrong, I can always come back, no star, via UPCAT, no transition, and that's done. This way, we can actually have it already. I could even pre-select the performance here for the landing phase. 0, 1, 2. And I could pre-select the minimus as well. 5, 4, 7. Barrow. Temperature is 25. Alright, wind doesn't really matter. Alright, that's set performance. Let's just check all of the different things here. I need to check the oil, so let's do it like good guys do. I think we can power the FADEC for a second here. And check that we do indeed have oil. So we can power that off. No. Alright, it doesn't do any problems to us, so it's fine. Alright. Bleed stuff looking good. Pressurization, auto set. This is looking good. We've got hydraulics. Circuit breakers all normal. APU is off. Oh boy, it's a bit hot there. In the back, 29 degrees. Poor people. Let me actually check something. What if I open the aft door, let's say for catering and for passengers as well? Let's see if the temperature actually does decrease or not on the back of the plane. Just because it would vent a little bit. And it's 29 on the cockpit. Can we open the window? Yes, we can. Perfect. Let's see if that makes any difference. It made it hotter. Alright, it doesn't really help. Okay, let's continue. Doors. So, I didn't open the doors, right? No, wait, I did. They did. Okay, we just opened the door. Temp dropped 1 degree. Let's see if it drops more than that. I mean, the packs are not working, so it doesn't make a difference. But look, the temperature is actually dropping back there. This is cool. They actually simulated this, and in the cockpit as well. What if I open the other window? We'll see if that drops even more. Alright, this is all check. Wheels all looking good. Electricals looking good. The fuel is nice and balanced. Status is normal. Recall is check. Very, very good. I'm impressed. To be fair, I'm impressed. Synchronous 97. Next week is holiday. Ooh, that is very good. Are you going somewhere? You're traveling maybe somewhere? I don't know. Alright, tower 118, 105. So... even though we do have this on the Embraer, it still kind of feels weird. I didn't do it. 105. Wait. There we go. Just check the ATIS once again. India is still correct. Alright. I need to get my checklists. Let's do a cockpit preparation. Your pins and covers are removed. Fuel quantity, we've got 17 tons on board. It's balanced. Seat belts are on. ADRs are on nav. And we've got the barrel ref is on 1012, reading the same on all three. So that's great. Cockpit preparation checklist is complete. Let's give him a call. Oh boy, this is a little bit loud. Alright, I just want to see if we did cool down the cabin. Yeah, kinda, a little bit. 26 there on the back as well. Interesting. I'll leave that one open for now. Alright, let's give him a call. Should work. Lisbon Tower, muito boa tarde. Air Portugal 1689er on stand 412 with information India would like to request IFA clearance.
Air Portugal 1689er, information India is currently QNH 1012. Break, you are clear to Madeira by the all but one Sierra departure, squawk code 0340.
Clear to the destination via all but one Sierra departure, squawk 0340 and QNH 1012, Air Portugal 1689er.
Air Portugal 1689er, read back is correct, report ready.
Wilco, Air Portugal 1689er. Alright, very cool stuff. Squawk is very simple, 1340 is set. We don't have an initial climb clearance here, so I will assume it's gonna be... actually, never mind, we do have it. It's 10,000 feet, it's on the charts. 10,000 feet is set. Let's start the APU. And I think we can now close the window, because I'm afraid of forgetting to close it for departure. I'll need to wait for the flap open, I wonder. Probably yes. Okay, the FADEC finally powered down. Okay, flap open. Starting the APU, I can start as well to close some stuff. Leave that one open for now. Alright, leave the chocks. Let's let the APU there. So, we need to jump to the departure briefing. Is it ready? Let's do a departure briefing.
Lisboa Tower, muito boa tarde, estamos at 740, ready check.
Ready check. Okay, let me just switch that over so we don't get distracted. And departure briefing. So we're flying on Airbus A330-900 NEO, new acquisition. Very nice airplane. Flight from Lisbon to Madeira, Funchal, to the famous Cristiano Ronaldo airport. The NOTAMs are checked. We do have some taxiway names changed, which is, I mean, probably not going to affect us, but we'll still pay attention to that. I'm not sure where the ATC will send us to taxi. Okay, that was Emil. Emil can go first. The anti-eye is not required. We're going to use terrain radar on my side. Now this is X-Plane 12.3, so we have already all the beautiful stuff of the flight radar, Jesus, of the weather radar. But the Toliss does not support it yet, so we do not have the weather radar as amazing as it can be yet. Still, weather radar on my side, terrain radar on the first officer side. Then we are on parking 412 right here. What I expect is we're going to be pushing back into Lima 2, then taxi via Lima 1, Uniform 1, Uniform 2, Uniform 3, cross runway 0220 via Alpha 6 to Alpha 7, and then we're going to go all the way through Sierra 2, Sierra 3, Sierra 4, holding point runway 20, from where we will depart. Alright, the runway is dry. We have mostly a headwind, a little bit of a right crosswind there, 10 knots if I'm not mistaken, but it is all good. We're going to be using a flex temperature of 73, V-speeds of 140, 140 and 142 set. And we are departing via the Albot 1 Sierra departure on page 10-3 Foxtrot, effective from the 16th of May. Our transition altitude is 4,000 feet. We require RNAV 1. After takeoff, contact Lisbon approach and passing 1,000, mentioning only the call sign and passing altitude, or other frequency as announced by AT's departure. SIDs are also noise abatement procedure, okay, and if unable to comply with level constraints, advise ATC. Now, Albot 1 Sierra, initial climb clearance, flight level 100 to Netvo above 3,000, and Papa Tango 703 above 4,000, Papa Tango 715 above flight level 70, Ekpair, and then Albot. Very simple, straight ahead and then a right hand turn to Papa Tango 715, Ekpair, and then a slight left to Albot over to the ocean. That is going to be it. Radio navs not required, no special considerations. In case of abnormals, we reject for any malfunction below 100 knots. Above 100 knots, still V1 only for significant, like engine fire, engine failure, wind shear, or pilot incapacitation, in which case I call reject. Put the thrust to idle, let the outer brake work. As the airplane comes to a stop, call cabin crew at station's attention, advise the ETC on excess situation. If the failure happens after V1, we're going to continue straight ahead. We're going to climb to 3,000 feet, wait until 1,500 feet to clean up the airplane, and then ask for vectors for a holding pattern or something to solve the problem, and then return back to the airport. Now, regarding overweight stuff, I'm not familiar with weights on this airplane. Let's check it out. In terms of landing weight, maximum is 191. Our takeoff weight is 177, so we're not even overweight for landing. We can just proceed immediately and return back. So that's great. No other considerations, no lost comms expected, at least for now. If so, we're going to just read and do the procedure, which is right here. So that is it. Any questions? If not, that's the brief complete. Very, very good. Now we do have APU. I'm going to put the beacon light on already, and I want to close the door. I want to close the door, switch on the APU bleed already, cool down the cabin, and disconnect external power and the other one as well. Clean up the rest of the stuff. Remove, remove, remove. Connect better pushback.
Run to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
I want to see how are we looking in terms of temperatures. Yeah, it's going to start to cool down very quickly now. Alright, before start checklist, brakes is set, takeoff speeds, flex 73, 40, 40 and 42. Windows are closed on both sides. We do confirm that, because we actually opened them this time. And the beacon is on. Before start checklist is complete. Oh no. Pressed that by mistake. Alright, before start was complete. Let's give him a call. And Sync Crash Flyer 297. The plan is to travel from the couch to the fridge and back. No, seriously, nothing else is planned. Just relax a bit and do some flights in the sim. Well, to be fair, that feels fantastic. Okay, to be fair, like, really cool. So, just... Same Crash Flyer 97 as well. I also saw a video where a 777 does a takeoff with the window open. It is designed for this, and it was really interesting to see how smoothly it went. Oh yes! Yeah, I did see that.
Europa 03995.
I did see that.
Europa 03905, this is Lisboa Tower. I have no idea where you are. Europa 03905, no, I got you, but, sir, on your flight plan you do not have destination set as Lisboa.
That was so
Either way,
funny.
we can accommodate you, I'll just tell me when
JTP, hey! Great to see you here just in time for the pushback. We're just having some fun here. Lisbon Tower, Air Portugal 1689 heavy on stand 412, ready for push and start.
Portugal 169 heavy for now, just hold position, I'll call you back shortly. Break, Portugal 1685, do you have an estimate time for taxi?
Ready for taxi now, 1685.
Come on, Emil, move.
685 Rogers, taxi via Lima, Mike, Quebec, and uniform to uniform 5 holding point, runway 20.
Taxi via Lima, Mike, Quebec, uniform 5, holding runway 20, Portugal 1685.
And then Portugal 1689er, after the traffic passing on your left to right, push and start is approved facing south.
After the traffic passed, push and start approved facing south, Air Portugal 1689er. Alright, so we actually are gonna be affected by that change of names.
For descending from 9,000 feet to 4,000 feet to catch localizer 120 because we're too high.
That is chaotic.
And I send on the button network the flight plan for my flight.
Europa 03995, your readability is not very good, either way.
What is going on, man?
Come 12.8 for now and contact me on final.
Contact 122.8 and contact tower on final Europa 03995.
JTP, hey, you forgot TCAS. No, I didn't. The TCAS is set in on standby and auto, so we are actually sending a signal. What I didn't switch though here is the VHF one.
Portugal 1865, Lisboa Tower, boa tarde. Information, Juliet is now current QNH 1012. Break, you are cleared to Ponta Delgada, ZFOG 1 Sierra departure, squawk code 2236.
Oh, nice! Look at that. What is going on there? Oh, that's the guy.
1965, feedback is correct, report ready.
We'll just stand by for now. ML has moved, brakes are released, we're clear to push. I'm gonna start 1 and 2.
Portugal 438, information, Juliet is current QNH 1012. Break, you are cleared to Paris Orly via the XC 1 Sierra departure.
Timer is set.
0532.
David TSW. Hey, flying from Lisbon. David, welcome. Yes, we are. Flying from Lisbon to Madeira. Alright, ignition to start. Let's wait for the FADEC to power up. Everything's looking good. Starting 1.
Push and start is approved facing east. Approved facing east, subject 740.
Let's check out the sounds.
Portugal 1865, we are ready for push.
Portugal 1865, confirm stand number 123.
Yep.
Portugal 1865, push and start is approved facing north.
Okay, facing north, 1865.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. That was pretty good, to be fair. Got... I'm waiting for the avail light. Starting to.
Lisbon Tower, Air Portugal 1687. Good afternoon, requesting IFR clearance to Madeira with information Juliet.
Oh! Somebody's flying to Madeira too, cool.
Portugal 1687, information Juliet is current, QNH 1012. Break, you are clear to Madeira. All about 1 Sierra departure, squawk code 4774.
Clear to Madeira via the Oslos, 1 Sierra departure and squawk 4774 for Air Portugal 1687.
Brake set, clear, disconnect.
1687, right back to correct report.
Stand by.
Gross weight 177700. That's the 777 trying to speak to us for betraying the 777. Oh man, that's a nice sound. I really like that. This is the first time I'm hearing the engine startup sound on this plane. Because I was always popping up with the engine started. We've got 2 avail lights. That goes back to normal. IP is off. Configure the rest of the stuff. So this goes here, and let's hear the flaps.
Show is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
That was pretty decent. So flight controls check. Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. Rudder. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. That's checked. Waiting for the hand signal. Hand signal is received. After start checklist. Anti-ice not required. Status checked. Pitch trim. 1.1 up is set. Rudder trim 0. After start checklist complete.
Clear for takeoff, 20, Portugal 1685.
Lisbon Tower, Portugal 1689, heavy request taxi.
Portugal 1689, taxi via Lima, hold short mic for now.
Lima, hold short mic, Air Portugal 1689, heavy end, we will request full length.
Portugal 1689, I already have it for full length, don't worry.
Thanks. Alright, lights, brakes released. Get it moving, brake check, pedal pressed. Away we go. Yeah, nice engines and sounds, in fact. Alright, Lima, hold short mic.
Portugal 1689, you can continue via Mike, Quebec, and uniform to Alpha 6, holding point, runway 20.
Mike, Quebec, uniform to holding point Alpha 6, runway 02, Portugal 1689. Alright, it's all clear on the right. There goes the Thompson.
Portugal 1685, identified, monitoring, Unicorn 12.8 power.
Okay, the contact says goodbye, 1685.
Actually, we should start from here. So this goes to on, this goes to on. That is set, that is set. Takeoff config tested, clear right, clear left. Taxi checklist, flight controls are checked, flap settings, config 1+F is set. Radar protected wind shear is on and auto. Engine mode selector is on normal, ECAM memo, takeoff, no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. Now I don't want to mess up this this taxiing here. So I'll try to do my best. And also, he didn't rename the taxiway name, so that is interesting. Oh, maybe because we're going via mic 2 only. That makes sense. Lizard. David TSW. Lol, I misread the title as Toliss A319, and I was wondering how A319 could possibly be heavy. Yeah.
Right, Portugal 1865, request taxi.
And you just missed a
Taxi via Alpha Uniform to Uniform holding point.
a great chance to do a stupid joke.
Alpha and Uniform to 145, Portugal 1865.
What a beautiful airplane.
Tomcat 740, ready for departure.
Alright, Quebec.
740, winds 250 degrees, 13 knots from 820.
Quebec 1.
Tomcat 740.
Lisboa Tower, hello, Airport 1695, on stand 415. We're heading for the clearance with information, Juliet.
Tazzy, yo! Actually, in Portuguese, I mean, everybody would understand you, but in Portuguese you just write without the H. So you just write Oscar Lima Alpha, Hola. Kinda sounds the same.
Confirm squad 206 for Portugal 1695.
I feel like I turned on the wrong one. Yeah, I turned on the wrong one.
Thank you, clear to destination.
Oh god damn it, I turned into Tango. Actually on Juliet.
Squad 2063, Portugal 1695.
Portugal 1695, respect is correct, report ready. Break, Europe 03995, are you with me?
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Europa 0395 on frequency.
That was a stupid mistake.
Europe 03995.
Well, it says hotspot for a reason there.
Knots from 820, please land.
1820, clear to land Europa 0395.
Tomcat 740, identified, monitoring your common to the decimal, bye-bye.
God damn it, what a stupid mistake. Why am I always doing this kind of stuff?
Portugal 1689, you are now on Juliet, not Quebec. So join Quebec and uniform, proceed to Alpha 6 holding point, runway 20.
Yeah, that was a mistake, correcting Airport Call 1689. Alright, clear on the right, clear on the left. It really feels heavy. I cannot tell you how exactly, but it feels big. Actually feels big. Tazzy, need a pastel de nata. So in Portuguese that would be with just one L in the first word, pastel, and without the E in the end. So pastel de with the E instead of the I, and the rest is fine. Don't worry, Vlad, I asked Tower for clearance to take off on the taxiway. Happens. The tower has a phone number for you to call. Now I think they would just curse me in Portuguese and ask me to buy a beer or something. Maybe.
1865, the traffic information is a Boeing 737 on short final runway 20, confirm it inside. Yeah, it's fine.
That was not for me.
Portugal 1865, behind landing traffic, line up and wait, runway 20 behind. Yeah, we're now in landing traffic, line up and wait, behind.
And uniform Alpha 6. That's what she said, David. The stupid jokes, we never grow. It was clear on the left. Okay, now I understood why he actually sent me this way, because that's where the airplanes arriving vacate, so I could be just head-on going with them. Also, the brakes feel heavier, kind of not as effective on the 320s. You would just tap them and you're already stopping. On this one, you kind of really need to press them for a little bit longer. Maybe it's just simulated this way, I don't know. But everything on this airplane on the ground feels heavy. And let's just confirm that it's clear on the right. Yes, it looks like. Fantastic. – 11 minutes on the ground. We do have a lot of traffic to Madeira, right? I know how to handle big things. That's something I would not like to say, though. Yeah, we got traffic. Is that the Air Europa? Yes, it is. The guy made it. Well done. Well done. Alright, this is... and he also stopped real quick, Alpha 6.
Portugal 1689 across runway 20 at Alpha 6, vacate by Alpha 7.
Crossing runway 20 by Alpha 6, vacated Alpha 7, Air Portugal 1689. Strobe lights on. Clear on the left, clear on the right. I'm not going to switch on the transponder for this one. Let's go quickly. Airplane waiting for us.
Europa 03995, taxi via Tango, Golf and Alpha to stand 126.
Europa 03995, taxi to stand 126 via Tango, Golf and Alpha. Europa 03995.
That's from Tower, good evening. Air Portugal 1335 with you at 12 miles on the ILS for runway 20.
Air Portugal 1335, runway 20, continue approach.
I take
Continue
a
approach
picture,
Air Portugal 1235.
but I don't want to overrun
Air
the
Portugal 1865, winds to
screenshot.
3 knots, runway 20.
Strobes off.
For takeoff, Portugal 1865.
Oh, wait, never mind, I just left him on auto.
Air Portugal 1689, continue via Sierra to Sierra 4 holding point, runway 20.
Continue via Sierra to Sierra for holding point 180, Portugal 1689. Well, now it's the easy part. Straight ahead.
Europa 0395, I need you to expedite your taxi.
Roger, Europa 03995.
Oh yeah, he didn't even vacate the runway yet.
Portugal 438, can request push and start, stand 124.
Portugal 438.
Tassie, I worked on a new stream UI, will be debuting tomorrow, can't wait. Watch it all break on me having a breakdown. I thought about doing one for mine, but honestly I don't think it's worth the hassle. I mean, there's so much you can do for it. What matters is the content, so...
Portugal 1335.
But yeah, can't wait to hear the NEO on takeoff. It sounds pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. Killer, made it in time for departure? Yes, you did. Welcome. Great to see you here. So before takeoff... No, we don't have a before takeoff, we have a lineup checklist. I'm gonna do backs on departure. How are the brake temps? Holding good.
Portugal 438, readability 5.
Perfect, and I got tacos. Oh!
Portugal 438, request push and start, stand 124.
Fantastic. So you are prepared.
Is approved facing north.
Facing north, Portugal 438.
You are absolutely prepared. I wanna see VATSIM radar. I want to see how many of us flying to Madeira. One was going to Paris. There was one going to Funchal. I can see Emil. He's departing. There's a... What is this? ENT. Enter. Yeah, there's an Enter 737 en route. There's a Finnair almost arriving already.
Sugar 51 Lima, you do not have a seat on your...
Alright, Sierra
I
4.
can adjust it for you, but I'll need a few moments.
Okay, appreciate your speed, 5 Lima.
Start to slow down.
Portugal 1689, our traffic information is an Airbus A320 on chart final runway 20, confirm it inside.
Insider, Portugal 1689.
Europa 0395, hold position.
Hold position, Europa 03995.
Europa 0395, you are way beyond stand 126, like I told you to. Stand 126 is behind on your left. Park on stand 1.
Walking brake set. Lights off.
125, Europa 0395.
There goes the British Airways. No, that's not a British Airways, that's an Air Portugal.
Portugal 1689, sorry, they have the traffic inside.
Traffic is inside for Air Portugal 1689.
Portugal 1689, behind landing traffic, line up and wait, runway 20 behind.
Behind landing traffic, line up and wait. Runway 20 behind. Air Portugal 1689. Very good. Cabin crew, seats for departure. TARA, actually I would not do that now, because he would get possibly a TCAS warning. Off he goes, lights on. Now I can go TARA, clear on the right. That actually looks pretty realistic. And lineup checklist. Runway 20 is confirmed, clear on left. TCAS, TARA, pack 1 and 2 is on. Lineup checklist is complete. Next checklist is approach. Juliet Mike, or GM, welcome. A little early for fall colors in Portugal, isn't it? Yes, you are absolutely correct, and that is because I am running map enhancement, and essentially the way the tiles are loaded, they are not supporting the seasons in X-Plane, so unfortunately it is forever fall. But the advantages of having orthos are bigger than just having green trees, but yes, it is early.
Pushback 1689, winds 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 20, Portugal 1689. Alright, let's go. Clock is on, let's pull them up.
Pushback 1335, taxi via Golf.
50% stabilized, nose.
Taxi via Golf and Alpha.
Med flight 73, SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue. Thrust is set. Speed is alive. On both sides. Aeronauts. V1, rotate. Oh, it actually says it, nice. Positive climb. Europe. Nav. Bye-bye, Lisbon. See you later.
1689 identified, monitoring you come 12.8, bye-bye.
122.8, Portugal 1689, boa tarde.
Speedbird 51 Lima, I have your
Just
flight
climb,
number,
auto thrust.
Toliss is ready to go.
I mean, it's a straight out departure, so IP1. And let's switch to 1228. And we can go 370. Open climb, S speed, flaps up. Absolutely lovely. We are above 3000, so we can comply with NetVu. Getting really nice up to speed. And we could potentially do a clean speed, to be fair. And we could go direct to Ekper, why not? Direct to, off we go, and let's do 270. (4,000 feet), transition altitude, QNH standard set on 1, 2 and 3 sides. Pretty good. I've flown across here a couple of times. This is the VFR tunnels. They go through there. Basically, everybody who's coming from the south, not exactly from the south, but from the center side of Portugal. We do have a VFR tunnel for the VFR traffic, basically to not interfere with the IFR traffic in Lisbon. And so we fly quite low through here. This is one of the waypoints, and then we fly across this beach down there, and then over to the airport, which should be... There's the Black Tower, should be... We didn't pass it yet. No, wait, that's not the tower I was looking for. We didn't pass it yet, so... There is the airport. So I was once told to proceed direct to this beach. Then once I arrived, they said to proceed direct to Fano. Off I went, and then landed. Pretty good. How are we climbing? So, 270 knots, passing 8,500 feet, plus 3,400 feet a minute. Not too bad. 9,000, almost at 10. And I'll set it back to managed at 10. There you go, 10,000. Lights off. I'm not expecting any turbulence, but I will wait a little bit until a little bit later. Let's put managed climb as well. Very nice. So let me catch up with the chat. Oh, look at that! Saint Crash Flyer has just gifted one pass for somebody to join as a crew member. Dude, thank you so much. This is really cool. Wow. Also, I love the sound. And the engine looks amazing. Alright. MR Salt. Minor detail, we can look past it. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's kind of limitation. You know, I had like 3,000 tiles. No, I had less. Maybe like 1,500 tiles. And there is a script that basically converts them to be in X-Plane 12 standards. And I converted them all. And you know what that did? It kind of broke the runways on most of the tiles. And Niels Christiansen has been sponsoring for 8 months already. Holy cow, dude! 8 months. That is a lot of time as well. Jesus, you guys rock! Thank you so much for all the support. Cooler. Actually, does normal auto for XP allow for seasons? Nope. The normal one not. I think the newer beta version, which kind of is released, isn't released at the same time. That one does allow you, but you have to redo everything. So I'm just waiting until the map enhancement pack just simply updates that stuff and it's done. So that'll be the best. Rotate gear up. Yep, Pascal T. That is it. Cooler, not the frames. Oh yeah, of course it's the frames. It has to be the frames, and it's Lisbon. Lisbon, for some reason, is a very heavy place in terms of FPS. Not crazy as Amsterdam, but it's pretty tough. Jazzy, that's something I want to install is the V-Speed callout mods on the A321. Is there any? I'm not aware. GM, love this bird. Need to do a flight into Toliss A330 soon. Yeah, it is a beautiful plane. Like, a really proper, beautiful airplane. And actually, it's not that turbulent, so passing level 170, let's switch this to auto. Leave it there. Airplane is doing good. Let's proceed direct to Narta. No, we're not. Gonna comply with the flight plan because of the oceanic. And yes, we're going over the water now, so there's not a lot of stuff to look for, unfortunately. But at least we're going to be looking onto this engine. Pascal T, high-speed climb to level 100, cool like Concorde. Oh yes. Syncrash Flyer, are you going on a blast? It just gave another 5 passes. Dude, thank you so much. Holy cow. Are you doing this so I buy the Bonanza? You guys know that the Bonanza has just released, I think yesterday. I received the email yesterday and it's on the discount. The Bonanza, the F33A? A33F? No, I think it's F33A. I don't know. I read the review. I don't know if you guys saw the review for the Bonanza, the explain.org reviews. It was a pretty good one. Very detailed with a lot of pictures. So, I don't know. I kind of wanted the airplane, but after reading the review, I'm not so... I don't know. We'll have a look at it in a minute. Cooler. Bye-bye land. Yeah. You know, it kind of feels like when flying over water, I feel like I'm twice the height. I mean, not exactly twice the height, but I'm a little bit scared of water. Not that I'll freak out and panic, but I don't like water too much. And so when flying over water, I feel like the altitude, or the depth, should I say, is kind of higher. So it's a bit weird, but it is fine. I don't freak out. I've been on a ship in open sea and it's pretty fine. So kind of open sea. Cooler. Is there an add-on scenery for Lisbon? Yes. There is a airport. I think it's done by MK Studios. It is supported for X-Plane 12 and it's done quite well. It looks very much like the real thing. But I'm not willing to spend the money on scenery. I don't know. I'm a sucker for free scenery. What I do have is Portugal Landmarks, which is essentially a pack for some of the landmarks like statues, buildings, and so on that are very unique. Let's call it that way for Portugal, and so it is all across the country and works really well. So it does the job. ShayTP now only sea awaits. Oh yes, and some holidays for some of the people that are going to go for here. Now I do see a lot of clouds there. That's probably where the icing is, because right here it is pretty okay, and we do have some big clouds there as well, but looking pretty good. Cooler, does the beach flicker in real life too? Maybe. I don't know. Whoa, what is going on here? Do you see that airplane just flipping? I think that's Emil actually. I think that's him. And Niels Christensen, better late than never. Hello Vlad and chat, dude. Thank you so much for the support, dude. It's great to see you here. How are you? How are you? And now, new crew members. We've got Roy Hugh, and we've got another 5 ones. Bill Miller, direct to sim. Josh Parker, Richard Wallace. Welcome everybody to the crew section of this channel. Let's say thanks to Synchronous Fire and Another Sound for the free pass. That is so cool. Niels Christensen, blue skies or hazy skies in this case, since it's a realistic sim. True. Oh, speaking about haze. Yesterday... Wait. What day was yesterday? Friday, right? Yesterday was Friday? Yes, it was. Correct. So yesterday I arrived from my... from Évora. From the flight. And I flew the first flight in the morning. And it was absolutely stunning. You know what, guys? I'm actually going to do a post just for the crew members right now, so you guys can see the amount of beauty that there was, and the haze. It was perfectly visible at the layer of inversion, and you can see the, I don't know what was that, dust or particles or whatever, or just humidity becoming trapped there, and the sun basically lighting all the top part of that layer and making the visibility a little bit decreased. But it was still great to see. Very, very nice. Beautiful stuff. I will create a post in a second. Alright, how do I do this? I need to go here, I need to do this, now I need to go here. Now I need to go to posts, create, pictures, and now I'm gonna select a bunch of them, which ones I like the most? I like this one. Wait, this one has to be the first. First, second, third. This one is gonna be fourth, fifth. This one's gonna be sixth. Seventh. This is where you can really see the layer. Picture number 7. 8. The ships. I mean, I love watching the ships. So 8. I need 9 and 10. Let's do this one. 9 and this one looks like a 10. There we go. Alright. Done. And I put this to the sponsors. And now I need to post this. Alright, pics are loaded up. Send. Not sending. Done. There we go. So if you are a crew member, you should be able to see some of the pictures I just posted. Alright, how are we looking in terms of plane? Yeah, we do have some stuff there. Definitely. Passing 320, still climbing pretty good. How are we looking in terms of fuel? Let's see here. Estimated fuel on board is 9.9. Now something we should look, it always is a very good practice, is to know how much fuel do we require to go for an alternate, because there always might be something. Wait, why is my... Ah, okay. My view was not right. Because it's always good to have your mind pre-made on what are you going to do. So usually what I do is I just look at my alternate, which is 5.6. I always round it up. So 5.6 and final reserve is 2.1. I'm going to round this up as well. Or actually, if these two are less than 100, I may not round this up. So 5.6 plus 2.1 is going to be 7.3. So if we ever hit 7.3 for whatever reason, we are going to proceed direct to our alternate. Alright, unless we can see that it is 100% possible to make a delay, but that has to be like a fantastic airport with lots of big runways and stuff, so not like Madeira. Alright, so what I want to do here is fuel prediction, no progress page. I wanted to leave this set progress page. I'll leave that for Lisbon at now. Or actually I'll leave this at climb. Like that. Very good. Oh boy, what is that? I hope we won't fly into that. That is so good. Tazzy, so happy that 777 can finally do long hauls now. Does that mean they fixed the crashing because of the whatever that was happening after 8 hours? Is that it? Cooler. Could it not before? What do you mean? And Synchronized 7. Yeah, we are growing indeed. I mean, on the Discord, we are growing on the Discord, we are growing everywhere. So, guys, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Outside view. Oh, look at this beautiful plane. It is absolutely amazing. I am a sucker for Star Alliance liveries. They all look the same, but it is just so effective. I don't know. It kind of feels premium. Kind of feels and looks premium. And we are less than 1,000 feet to go. Vertical speed is roughly 1,000 feet a minute. Let's actually decrease that to 900. Mach vertical speed. should be leveling up in a minute. Synchrostar 297 Bonanza is nice, but what's next? A340 or 767? If I would have to pick one of the two, I would pick the 767. Alt cruise. Very well. Yeah, cruising, there's our equal time point, ETP. Essentially, this one tells us what is the best decision, because going until then, the shortest way of returning to an airport is going back. From this point onwards, the shortest to an airport is proceeding onwards. Equal time point. You actually do learn how to calculate these based on ground speed and track miles and all stuff in your ATPL. I don't remember the formula right now in my mind, but I remember doing some exercises. But at the same time, I don't think it's anymore in the syllabus, but I still learned it because I think it's pretty good. But, well, I forgot it. Niels Christensen. Over water is not the best place to test Sim Heaven. Well, I don't think so. No. But what do you mean by testing Sim Heaven? Not really understanding that one. So, in the old days, would you have said 4 engines for long haul? Well, Airbus definitely did in the past. But, I don't know. I like the 7.4. I'm really eager for the 7.478 for the new version from FPS. I mean, the SSG was pretty good. I liked it. It worked. It worked. It was good. I mean, it was possible to do a 12 hours flight on it without any problems. But yeah, I'm waiting for that airplane to be back, because right now it is not fantastic. Let's put it that way. Alright, so I see people landing on 05 in Madeira right now. 2 guys just landed from 05 in a very weird way. So they probably didn't do the right approach. The Finnair is now approaching, and I want to see what weather do we have in Madeira. I want to see what do we have in terms of weather in Madeira. So it's variable 5 knots. Says the METAR, variable 5 knots. So should I go 05 then? Or should I go 23? I feel like 23 is not a very popular runway in Madeira. However, it is still a quite complicated runway. Niels Christensen, doing good, thanks. Hope the same for you and yours. Yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. Actually, my holiday is approaching as well. It's gonna be in a week, almost. In a week's time, so that is pretty good. Maybe I'll be able to stream a tiny bit more. Maybe like 1 extra stream. I don't know, I don't want to promise anything, but I really would want it to. But at the same time, I really need to relax and just recharge my energy. Tazzy, my annual marathon is done for the day. Time to get comfy in bed. What is that? But anyways, get comfortable in bed always sounds good. Need flight factor to release that 777 freighter ASAP. Love a big hole in my... Oh, crap, I lost the message. In my body. What? Do you want on your wallet or something? Cooler. Honestly, not enough cargo variants these days. Speaking of cargo variants, you know what? There is a new mod for the A320 NEO. Attention, A320 NEO that converts it into a freighter. It's out there in the forums. I found it the other day, and it's actually from the same creator that made the pack for the freighter of the 321. So it's kind of the same thing, but it looks good. So you can now have a cargo A320. Freight ops are the best because it's completely valid to fly massive aircraft on short haul leg. Yeah, we actually do have here in Portugal, I think every day we have a 767 flying from Lisbon to Porto. Every freaking day. And then we have 757 ops flying to Victoria and what else? And what else? Yeah, I think somewhere else in Spain, maybe Casablanca. Let's see what flight radar shows here. I'm actually trying to pay attention because if we spend too much time playing around and talking, I'm not going to get in time to prepare everything correctly. So let's see if we find here. It's Star Air. It's a 767. Should be here at the end of the day. Or maybe because it's a cargo it will not appear, but it should be. Maybe they stopped flying it. But it used to fly every day. In the morning. I think, okay, there's a Swift. This is a cargo to Funchal with that ATR. Oh wait, that's arrivals. Stupid. Oh, what the hell? Of course it would not be there. Star Air, I'm pretty sure. DHL. Oh look, we've got an A300 visiting Lisbon. I actually saw an A300 in Lisbon once. That's a pretty cool airplane, pretty unique sound as well. No, we're already at 10. Looks like they did change it. Yeah. Or maybe they just fly during the week. Let's see yesterday if they flew yesterday. No, that's not it. That's not it. I probably will not be able to see it because this is not a paid account. Flight radar, you can see only so much. Alright, wait. Okay, here we go. So it's usually like around 6 or 7. Well, either it's not appearing here. Okay, here's the Victoria one. This time's the 737. There's another one, the 757. Okay, this one is... yeah. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Alright, it's just weekdays, probably. There we go. This is the plane. So, I'm not lying. Alright, how are we looking? Still have a little bit of time. Let me try to catch up with the chat. Cooler, I'd take even one... oh wait, I'd take even just a method to do outside livery. Fake cargo liveries, you can still see the window outlines. Yeah, true. But, Cooler, the mod, I think they removed the windows, or they covered them up. Because it's a passenger to freight version. Yeah, outer tank transfer. Sounds good. Alright, and I guess that's part of being finally out of beta, Tazzy. I would say so, no crashes, 12 hours and 40-minute flight. Holy cow, that's a long flight. Synchro 97, pick 4 looks like X-plane, hands-free flight. Yeah, I was literally... that picture is to joke about autopilot. Because that day, it was one of the most incredible days I ever flown on. Because at flight level 055, there was 0 wind. There was no wind. Like, no wind at all. And it was super smooth. So I just tried like, okay, let me see how long the airplane flies straight. And it flew for a while. I'm like, okay, I need to take a picture of this because it looks just funny. So, that was pretty cool. Niels Christensen, I'm a little sad. SAS was taken out of Star Alliance, founding member and all. Oh, really? Why? Niels Christensen, well, I think it was Virgin, but Airbus picked it up. Huh, okay. I didn't know about that one. The Sim Heaven bit was an attempt at a spot of humor. Oh, sorry. I'm very bad with jokes sometimes because sometimes I don't understand it's a joke and I take everything so seriously, and then people just joke at me and I'm like taking them seriously still, and then it just get worse, and then it's just awkward. But it's fun. Tazzy, now you need the 747-200 flat, has the best hump of all of them. Yeah, maybe. Maybe when I'll get all the rest of the stuff and I'll be like, okay, I don't know what else to get. Probably in 2 or 3 years. How many gift memberships for Vlad to get the 747-2? Good question. Well, how much does it cost? That's gonna be your answer right there. Probably. Tazzy, A330 NEO or Condor would look great. I have the Condor liveries. I don't have the ITA. I don't like the ITA liveries. I prefer much more the old Alitalia. I think it looked more classy. I kind of understand the blue because it really stands out, and from a marketing perspective it probably works. But I just think it's a weird blue, so I don't know. Tazzy, cooler, awesome question. I mean, it's how we made him join the Phantom cult. I mean, dude, I see what are you doing there. The Phantom cult, I like that. Amazing plane. Speaking of that, I don't think Belagestel is here. I hope I pronounced his name correctly, but he's on the Discord. And if you're watching, we're gonna fly the Phenom into Lugano. It's Lugano, Locarno. I keep mixing them. It's just, yeah. Anyways, one of those. It has a crazy ILS, very steep. We're gonna fly the private jet there. Scooby Jew V6W. Hello, brother. Where are you from? Yo, welcome to the live stream, dude. I am from Russia, actually, but I've been living in Portugal for 23 years already. So that is a long time. You can consider me almost mostly Portuguese. ShayTP, where is the next stream going to be? ShayTP, now I was thinking about the next stream. I was thinking maybe to try and test the default A330 now that it has a lot of updates from the from X-Plane itself. So maybe we could try the A330. I was thinking, especially after we flew the Toliss, to kind of like compare them both, but not sure yet. We'll see. Niels Christensen, I think the 208 is fairly similar humps. No, I think the 200 is a little bit smaller than the 8. I mean, unless you're talking about the cargo one. Maybe the cargo is somewhat similar, but I feel like the 8 is just wider. It is wider in wings, and it has more length as well. Whoosh for the freighter joke. I missed it again. RIP. Holiday stream, fly from Lisbon to Guangzhou. I have one better. But I feel like, I mean, I literally have everything prepared. It's gonna be on the 777. Syncresh Flyer knows what I'm talking about. It's a secret. I'm keeping it a secret. But I have that one prepared already. I even like have historical facts and so on ready for it. But I'm waiting for the weather to be right. Because it otherwise would not make sense, I think. Maybe. I think it would be a good, like, you know, Christmas video, because it would be a long flight. It is not crazy long, but it is long. So, yeah. And by the way, Lisbon Guangzhou. Now that you're saying it, I think there is actually a flight from Lisbon to Guangzhou. I think I saw it a couple of times. Yeah, so can they even do a freighter A320? I think the fuselage wasn't long enough to fit the door due to the wings. I have no idea, to be fair. Cooler, hell no, maybe to Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Mumbai. Tazzy, would you have some ideas to fly in India as well? A320 is possible, says Niels, and A319 freighter is not. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, Now that I'm thinking, there is a freighter for the Embraer 190, and the 190 is pretty small. So, I don't know. Synchronized ultrasound said the 300 is not updated for X-Plane 12 anymore. I mean, you can fly it, but there are better options right now. Are you talking about the Phenom? Or what? Yeah, and a lot of European cargo use the 300. Wait, the 330? Chazzy, why the blue is more significant? Proves an Italian airline can afford something, unlike Alitalia. Well, okay. The ETA blue does look pretty IRL when I see them fly overhead on final. Yeah, I never saw them, so... I never saw them in real life, so maybe that's the thing. But on pictures, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. Syncrash Flyer, yes. I know you know. But I'm waiting for the weather to be exactly perfect to make that flight. So that flight will have, like, a reason. Sort of. Cooler. 777 polar route. No. No, but that's an interesting one. I'll think about it. Shay TP, I would really like to fly to Calvi with you on stream. I bought the FS 3D Calvi scenery and it looks very pretty. Calvi is an amazing place to go. And I have now as well a new addition, which is the Toliss A330 NEO. So, oh, you know what? You just gave me a bloody brilliant idea. Holy cow, I cannot tell you guys this, but if the things work out, we're gonna fly into Calvi for a special occasion. And I hope it happens soon. I'm taking the note. Thank you so much, dude. We're actually gonna do that. Tazzy, Indigo cargo flies A320 freighter, that'll be fun. Yes, India is on the plate, absolutely. Synchronous Flyer. Oh, the A300 any builds. Okay, sorry. I misunderstood. I thought the 300s, the A330-300. Now that you said the A300 makes sense. Tazzy, context for the ETA Blue joke, Alitalia was always bankrupt. Yeah, I kind of understood that, luckily. Bark, the ETA Blue is a little tacky, but flying overhead with the sun glistering and the blue sky behind, it's nice. Okay, I see. Any builds A300 is serviceable with a clean install, but yeah. Alright, so it's completely broken. Okay, guys, we have like, what, 100 miles to go? We need to start preparing some of the stuff. First things first, we need to check the weather. So I'm going to do this this way, because I just want to make sure that I'm going to get the most latest weather. Variable 5 knots, okay, so it's still variable. And it's going to be variable most of the times. There's a probability of 210 and 8 on this time. So I think it would be more sensible to land on 2-3 still. I want to see what planes are landing right now there. I think it's going to be 2-3. It'd be the most correct thing to do. Come on, video, where are you? Please load. There you are. And actually, never mind. Looks like it's landing. Yeah, it's landing 0-5. Is he? Yes, he is. Alright, so 0-5 is no big deal. We need to start preparing some of the stuff, because otherwise things will start to happen very quickly. We need to change this first. So RNV 05 via Raccoon 1 Papa. Via Pilium, I think it's the first one. This is a bug. I already reported it to Toliss. I don't know what they did, but it essentially gives 2 Piliums, and one of them is incorrect. And now I need to open the charts for Madeira, because I essentially pinned the wrong ones. So I need this and this. And now I need to count the waypoints to make sure it is all correct. So no transition, insert. Very good. Raccoon, Mike Alpha, 536, Mike Alpha 534. Oh wait, no, 536 is from Lidra. Okay, 534 then to Pilium. And from Pilium it's Mike Alpha 5 I got. Alright. 563, correct. 564, correct. 565, correct. And then finally 566, absolutely correct. From there we fly to Monaco for a missed approach, and that's correct. Alright, now, the important stuff. Auto brake, before I forget. Medium. We need to hop into the fix info page. Input Mike Alpha 566. An outbound track, just to make sure. That is gonna be 219er. 3 miles radius. Or we could do from the other one, Mike Alpha 565. Actually, I'll do it for Mike Alpha 565. I think that's how I teach it on the tutorial. It's still 219, and it's going to be a total of 3 plus 4, 7. 7 radius, so we turn at 7, then it's going to turn, and we need 2 more fixes, which is going to be Gelo, which is a factory, and then to Rosario, which is going to be as a Rosro. Insert that, and now we're kind of ready for that. That is the turn, Gelo, Rosario, very nice. Now, last thing I want to do here is add this, just so we have like a line guiding us. It's 229er radial. Very good. So this way we can proceed visually. We have our 3 miles turn. We do have the 2 points written here, and we have an extended center line from the runway. This is going to be extremely useful. Let's make some performance calculations here. Reset wind says 0, variable 5 knots, so if I put just 5 here, dry 10-15, all the rest is good. Compute, this is landing configuration full, VAP. I'm gonna add man, it's variable 5 knots. Variable 5 knots shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's do 0 brake. We could go with low, we can go with medium, but low has enough margin, 749 meters. So I can go with low. So I will go with low then. Okay. Alright, so that is all set. That is all done. Let's go into performance page and set the weather data. Oh, actually the wind now is 050 so good that we went for runway 05. Temperature is, it's quite variable. It's variable from 350 to 090, but that's still runway 05. Temperature is 25. QNH 1015. And our minimus, which for this case is not a minima, it's the minimum descent altitude, is 940, so we will do plus 40. Oh wait, that didn't enter. We'll do 980. Barrow set. Final lap, not FLS. FLS stands for another thing. We talked about it on previous streams. Flaps full, 138 on the VAP. Sounds good to me. And the rest looks nice. So low on the auto brake, less than 80 miles to the top of the ascent. We need to do our arrival briefing, guys. So let's start. Are you guys ready for the arrival briefing? Let's go. Everything on the status is good. The weather seems fine. The wind currently is 0506, variable between 350 and 090. Good visibility, scattered at 1600, so we have some low clouds there. Temperature 25, dew point 19, QNH 15. Everything looks good. The NOTAMs are checked. One funny thing, we have a NOTAM for a firework today at midnight. Not too far from the airport, so that's pretty cool. So we are actually coming in, and if we're staying the night in Madeira, we're gonna watch a firework. And let me tell you, fireworks in Madeira are amazing, especially the New Year fireworks. Just Google them. They are amazing because they do it from ships, so you can watch it from the island on the sea, and so everything is reflected in the water, and it's amazing. I didn't see it live with my eyes, but Jesus Christ, I saw a lot of pictures and videos, and it is amazing. Alright, has not been required. Terrain radar will be on my side, and on the first officer's side probably as well, because the weather is not significant, and it's just a good way to be focused. So I'll put that on. Top of descent calculated, it is in 62 miles. I'll trust the MCD on this one. So we'll do a normal descent. The only thing I want to do is slow down a little bit earlier. Oh, it's cold. It's 19 degrees in the cabin, I just now noticed. Poor passengers. They're probably freezing. Alright, and we arrive via Raccoon, 1 Papa arrival. We do have some speed limitations here. Maximum 280 knots between flight level 245 and flight level 100. Max 250 at or below 100. And maximum 220 at or below flight level 070. Maximum 200 at or below 4000. So this is important. And the route goes as this. Raccoon, Mike Alpha 534 4000. Pilim above 3000. Pretty simple. We're going to overfly Port Saint as well. So a good way to see that. Transition level for this airport, because we don't have any ATC there, I think. Yeah, we don't have any. We're going to look at transition altitude is 5000, so it's going to be flight level 060 for us. It's going to be our transition level. And what else do I need to read here? Nothing. We have a holding in Pilim if needed, but we should not need it, and if so, we continue straight ahead to the RNP. Runway 05, RNP Alpha. Guys, this is very important. I see a lot of people flying to Madeira and selecting the wrong approach. They are doing, if I go to the list here, they are doing either this one or this one, which is not wrong to do, but this is an authorization required, and if you want to do the thing correctly, unless, and even on VATSIM I've seen it happen, if you fly on an airline that is not certified to fly an authorization required approach, they will not allow you to do so. So if you want to do the full-blown Madeira experience, like they do probably more than 90% of the time, you need to select the visual RNP, because this one puts you into position to do the circling. Okay? Don't select the RNP Zulu or Yankee, because I think most of the people think that, oh yeah, it's RNP Zulu or RNP Yankee, that's the correct one, and then they end up doing a different one, which the autopilot does basically all of the descent, puts you very close to the runway, and you don't get the Madeira experience. Not that it's not cool, but it's not the same, okay? So if you want to do a proper Madeira experience, do this one. Do the visual. If you don't know how to do it, watch the video that I created. Okay, so we're going for the RNP Alpha. Mandatory at Mike Alpha 564. That's the final approach fix. 3,000 feet. We need to be there at 3,000 feet. 170 knots. Flaps 2. That's going to be my personal target, because otherwise this airplane will not slow down on the descent. And once we start the descent here, it's a 3-degree glide path. Gear down, configure the airplane, landing checklist, until 1,000 feet, from where we will level off and fly straight off into the circling. Now, just reading a couple extra things. In case of missed approach, turn left to Monac, climb to 3,000 feet at Monac, join holding, or is missed. For the comms, we'll do read and do later. RNAV procedure for cloud braking followed by visual approach, only effective when external visual reference for exists, can be maintained from, at, or below reaching this approach point, and continuing visually with the required vertical descent. Alright, that's self-explanatory. Then we do have some wind limitations here. It's not going to be a limitation for us, so 25 here, 30 there. Sounds good to me. MDA 940, we've set minimums of 980. And that's going to be it. From here, we jump to the visual. Mike Alpha 565, Mike Alpha 566, recommended 190 knots. We will be configured and ready for land there, because otherwise we will not be able to do this. I mean, probably it is possible, but not for me, not in this airplane right now, because I'm not familiar. Straight ahead for 3 miles, turn right on autopilot, and then we do have minimum altitudes here at Gil 850 and Rosario 460. Important stuff, guys. We'll be coming from 1,000 feet on turn. Gil is 850, so we only have to lose 150 feet. So instead of starting descent nice and early here, we're gonna wait it out, and once we are almost reaching Gil, we will be able to see quite clearly. We start the descent then. This way, we initiate one descent and we keep that descent. And we're going to keep a continuous 3 degrees descent with that trick that I teach to you about, or with the glide slope. Jesus Christ, with the ground speed. In my head, I had GS and read it as glide slope instead of ground speed. Alright? By night, this is not applied. PAPI should be followed. Both sides. Okay, the height should be exercised, not flying left of approach slide path. Sounds good to me. With limitations, all of that. If we cannot land on this one, our procedure is going to be toga power, initially establish the climb, and then right turn over to climbing to 3,000 feet, and then to Monac. Alright, initial heading can be something like 110 degrees or 130 or 120, like you want. Just turn your plane over the ocean, but make sure you are climbing. Alright? Final approach course is 219er here, runway is 049er, so sounds good. Airport elevation is 191. This is also important, and around 46, because our radio altimeter will be giving us clouds, but we will be over the water, and that's going to be 150 feet, roughly less than what we should be on. So, actually more, sorry. So that's it, that's going to be the briefing. Alternated fuel, so we need 7.3 for the alternate. It's going to be Tenerife South, if we need that. Fuel, yeah, we checked that config. We're going to try low auto brakes, flaps full. And what was the margins? The margin was 749, so 749, we can skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can skip 5 runway markings, because each marking between them has 150 meters, so 749 is roughly 750, so we can skip 5 runway touchdown markers, and then we need to start, we need to go around. Alright, seatbelt sign is going to come on here. 10 miles to go. We're going to set 3,000 here on the altitude, and we're going to start the descent in a minute. Alright, because of that, we will be probably backtracking the runway, because I'm pretty sure I'll miss Bravo. Backtracking here in this area, vacate via Bravo and stand of choice. No big deal. Sounds good to me. Special considerations. Small corrections, don't over-control the airplane. This airplane has a lot of high inertia, so the less you touch the stick, the better it is. And that's gonna be it. Abnormals is checked. One more thing. We might consider, if the wind is gonna be changing too much, I might consider adding a couple of knots to our approach speed. Because otherwise we could get potentially a speed warning on the approach, and that's not something I want to hear. So probably I will even do it before. Maybe add like 3 knots and then see it. No overweight, no lost comms. That's the arrival briefing completed. We are completely ready. 2 miles to go. Let's click Manage Descent to descend. Now the plane will take a little bit of time. It should take a minus 1,000 feet a minute descent rate now. Exactly, until capturing the profile and then going on with it. Whew, okay. I'm in the picture. I'm ready. Feel like I'm doing good. Not too overly out of my mind. So yeah. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's us? 5. We've got 5 airplanes coming in Madeira. That's pretty cool. EasyJet from... This guy doesn't have a flight plan. This one has. I just want to know from where is he coming. From Nantes. That's France. This one I have no idea. This one is Emil, I think. I'm pretty sure that's Emil. Yep, that's Emil. It's coming from Lisbon. And then, there we go. A very... Okay, I need to catch up with the chat. Need to catch up with the chat, and we'll see. Kazi. What? But a certain Kuwaiti guy, I forget his channel name, told me the NE A300 was great. I mean, probably at the start it was. Mac, recovering a little bit the profile there. Yes, it's very good, but without updates the plane gets old. Any plane gets old. Oh yes, that's true. Niels Christensen. Alright guys, let's try not to just hate on somebody. I don't like the guy too much, that's true. I'm not afraid of saying it, but let's not bash him too much. I think that karma goes for whoever deserves it. And people are not blind, so I think that that's going to be sufficient. Synchronar 297, do you create a runway expansion in the FMC for the airport fix? Yes, I did. I just did that. In fact, I can show you. I can go here to flight plan. Let's go down. Basically, can do it by just importing the, selecting the airport with the runway number. So in this case, it's Lima Papa Mike Alpha 05, and then I've just set the radial. That would be the extension of the runway. That kind of helps you a little bit. It's not too much on this case, but it's a cool thing to have, so I prefer it this way. Cooler. I have to confess, I have no idea what Madeira is like. I don't know what people do. All the photos, videos I've ever seen from Madeira are only about the airport. So, Cooler, Madeira is a very... how should I put this way? It's a very... It's small, but at the same time it's kind of diverse. You don't have the usual sand beaches that much. It's mostly rock beaches. The one I know that has sand is artificial, and then there is another one which has black sand. It's volcanic. I went there. It's pretty amazing. Really, really cool. The island, it's quite different. It doesn't really have like fields. All the fields are vertical, so you are either going up or down. It has a lot of mountains, and the scenery in the mountains can change quite a bit. You can have both like forests, you can have like mountain scenery, and you can have something that looks like arid, like a desert, with very weird soil colors, even like purple. I remember looking and seeing like purple color in the ground, literally in the rocks, and that is very, very beautiful. We're actually gonna overfly that part of the island. So and the weather, it's like micro weathers everywhere. So you can have a beautiful day on some part of the island, while in the other is foggy, then in some other it is windy, then on some other it is raining, and it can change like very, very quick. That's kind of like why the airport is so challenging, because it does create some very changing conditions. So but it's cool. Mostly I think the island lives from tourism. There is a lot of I think wine is done there. There are more things that Madeira is famous for, like bananas, for instance, and they are indeed different from the normal, usual bananas that we are used to. I remember going to the market there and seeing probably more than 10 different types of passion fruit, which I thought there would be like probably 3 or 4, but no, there are apparently a huge amount of them, and different colors and different whatever. So it is pretty amazing. And yeah, I mean, I didn't really went there as a tourist, because I didn't go for the normal touristic places, but it was, I mean, it's cool. It's like a mini community, but on an island. It's not exactly community because there's a lot of people and cities and so on and infrastructure, but I think you kind of get the idea. So it's like normal life, but on an island, and so there's everything basically. Actually, one of my colleagues from high school, she went to study medicine in Madeira. I'm pretty sure she went there. Not sure if she finished yet or not, but I remember seeing pictures of her there in Madeira studying medicine. So, Synchrashlight 297, is your mic stuttering or is it my internet? Oh, probably it's the microphone. Wait, let me see. Tell me if this is gonna be better or not. If it should be a little bit better now. It is possible that it's the microphone. Let me check the filters as well. Yeah, tell me, does this sound good? Like, is the audio quality better now, worse, or what? And Tessie, do you use a Bluetooth headset? No. Cockpit Lyrics, hey dude! Glad to see you here. How are you? I've sent the email, you saw it. We're just not gonna talk about it here. It's gonna be a surprise if it works out, but thank you so much, dude. And I've also been watching your videos, you do fly a lot of stuff. Pretty good, pretty cool. Shay TP, Cristiano Ronaldo is from Madeira, I think. Yes, he is, indeed. That's why the airport is called Cristiano Ronaldo, literally. Cooler. The mic is fine right now, it stutters, I think, when your CPU usage spikes. Yes, that's because I have like a filter that kinda gets the... it's a noise reduction. But it says it's a high CPU process, so I changed it for another one that's simpler, less CPU usage, so that's why I'm asking if the sound is still good or not. Synchronized now is good, thank you. There has been the occasional audio stuttery, but it might be better now. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for pointing it out. You know, it is constantly something changing, and it works 1 week, then in 2 weeks something changes, maybe something in X-plane, maybe something else, and then it doesn't work as good as it was, so yeah. Cockpit Lyrics. There has been the oh wait, sorry. My pleasure, you are on the list, so you will get everything. Dude, thank you so much. Holy cow, this is so cool. Niels Christiansen, 5, gifting 5 crew passes. Dude, thank you so much. Is this all plan of the Philly 742? Tazzy, are you doing this on purpose? Thank you so much, dude, for the support. This is amazing. Niels Christensen, potentially for a new mic setup or add-on, you choose. Thank you so much. I actually, you know what, I bought this headset on purpose to have a better mic, because my previous one was even worse. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of, like, it was a condenser mic, and it required a phantom power, which, if you don't know what that is, it essentially required an external power to be powered, and that external power was not working very well already because it was, like, super old, and the cables didn't work very well, and so it had bad contact. And so every time I would move the mic, the power output or input of the microphone would change, and because of that the audio levels would be different every time. And I just ended up quitting, and I bought this headset which I'm using right now, and so far it's been doing good. So what I'm complaining about is not the microphone, is exactly the problem with the CPU or the loading of the computer, let's say it this way. But dude, thank you so much. Also, I don't know why I did not hear the audio warning in the in Streamlabs, but I saw the messages, so thank you so much, dude. 767. Maybe, maybe, but not now. Niels, a USB hub, a fair or separate PSU? Now, it was a separate PSU. This one, however, works directly, so it has two 3.5mm jacks, one for the microphone, another one for the audio, and I really like the headset. It's comfortable. It is not too tight. I used to have a Marshall one, and while the sound was amazing on the Marshall, this one compared to the Marshall was clearly a downgrade in terms of audio quality. The Marshall was a little bit tight, and after a long time it would, like, your ears started to hurt a little bit. So this one sits perfectly. I like it. It isolates the sound around you, and most impressively, and that's why I bought them, the microphone quality is above average for this time of Jesus Christ, of headsets. So yeah, thank you so much, Niels. That's incredible. I have no idea why we didn't get the notifications. It should be there. I just received a notification saying that... What the hell? Your microphone is unmuted but has no signal 18 minutes ago. What is going on here? Alright, Crash Flyer just donated another €2. What is going on with the message there? Dude, thank you. I just don't understand what's going on with the notifications panel. Let me see. Maybe I can get this to pop. Streamlabs allows you to control this from the browser. So I might log in and do it. Pedro Alves. Então, meu caniçal. Estás a falar daquela terra com cores, não é? É isso. Com aquele terreno todo colorido. Awesome Pigeon. Hello all. Dude, welcome. That is an awesome name. Awesome Pigeon. I feel like we need an airline with that. I missed to write a message. Ah, okay, alright, then it makes sense. But thank you so much. Tazzy, this is all your plan, right? Or whatever, whoever this plan is. Oh my god. Thank you guys. Let me see, how can I do this? Recent events. Yes, can I do this? Wait, I think I can... There we go. Now we got the notification. Thank you so much, man. Oh boy. Alright, flight level 170. Looks like the airplane did a very, very shallow descent, which is actually probably something good, because this way I heard that it's kind of preferable to do a shallow descent than just an idle descent, because you spend less fuel doing a shallow descent while applying a small amount of power to keep the airplane on speed, instead of keeping the cruise altitude while burning the cruise fuel and then doing a completely idle descent. I actually have no idea how much fuel this airplane was burning in the cruise. I should have watched that, because I want to learn it, right? Carrier Pigeon would make a great call sign for a cargo airline. I love that idea. What if we... Look, what if we just make it for fun? Like, we make a livery. I make a livery. For like a clapped out Cessna. Caravan. King Air. You know, and we would make like a... a funny live stream out of it. And then the call sign would be Carrier Pigeon. Or Pigeon Carrier, something like that. That is pretty funny, I think. I like it. Awesome, Pigeon. You're giving us nice ideas here. Oh my god. Alright, how are we looking in terms of time? 1 hour and 8 minutes. We should be arriving and well, should be arriving in 13 minutes. Sounds extremely fast and extremely optimistic. 13 minutes. In 12 minutes, actually. No way we will be getting there in 12 minutes. Only if we keep flying at this speed directly and crash into the runway. But, well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me just take the time into account. 17:23 and 9.9 tons of fuel. Now that one I don't believe either, 9.9, but we'll see. Just out of curiosity how this works out. Should be watching Port Santo pretty soon, and I like how the airplane is actually behaving in terms of speed and profile, because we are definitely lower than I would have normally be. But at the same time I feel like we will be able to control our speed a lot better, and that's my main concern, because this airplane is a bloody glider. It does not want to stop. I mean, you kind of look at it and you think, well, it's a massive airplane, massive engines. No, this thing will glide with 1,000 feet a minute. And mute your microphone, source and mixer. What? Well, I did that on purpose, because I was coughing like hell. Guess that's just a normal notification. And we have one departing traffic out of Madeira. Sync crash line 297. It glides like hell, like the Tupolev F-154. I like the way you say hell and 154 in the same phrase, you know? I think they fit quite well together, especially after what happened in Colombia, right? Alright, I need to drink a little bit of water. You guys watch the airplane. Stand by, 30 seconds. Alright, I'm back. Starting to see Port Santo, and the traffic... Well, the traffic is quite far away. I don't think we will see it. I'll try to zoom in, but I don't think we will be able to see it. It's quite far away. Maybe if I had... Oh, no, wait, never mind, there he is. That's an A320, white livery... You know, Transavia? That looks like Transavia. I'd love to see the plane, but I don't know. But that looked like Transavia. I know, Ocean. Okay, no, it's Discover. Discover. Alright, can I also check the local METAR, please? Variable, light and variable, that sounds good. Scattered 1800, 25, 10, 15. All sounds good, and we are at 10,000 feet, lights on. LS push button is not required. There goes our speed decrease, so that's excellent. And where is Emil? That's another departing EasyJet. Emil is backtracking. Nice. Let's see how he did. Let's check it out. Zoom in quite a bit. Oh, look, that was pretty good. Oh, that's a little bit over the terrain, but nice and aligned with the runway. Well done. Nice turn. This is how it should be done. Very cool. And this one is departing. Sounds nice. Scooby-Doo, let's go for 0 Portugal right now. Oh, are they playing? Who are they playing against? And is that... Are they winning? Or are they losing? They are winning against Armenia. Oh, I had no idea. What championship is that? And that's the island of Port Saint. Now this is a super small island, because look at that. That's the runway. Runway starts here, and it's literally the width of the entire island. World Cup qualifier. Okay. You can look the machine, the FB, like you do on long flights. Oh, so like the game. The wind now changed, and we actually have a less margin, 150 meters less. You know what? I want to go with medium auto brake just because it gives me more margin, and what I'll do is simply disconnect the auto brake and then slowly brake manually when we get a nice and safe landing. If you guys agree with me. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, the EasyJet should be straight ahead of us. How many? Less than 20 miles, but he's well above us, 3,000 feet and climbing, so watch not. Alright, sorry, I did not understand. What does that mean? And by the way, I feel like we busted all the speed restrictions in terms of no, wait, never mind, we didn't. Still within. We are still within. See, 50 out of below 1,000, 220 below 7. No, they're actually not maintaining that. Interesting. So I guess that one is either ATC or what? That's the Craze 220. Speed restrictions, more like speed suggestions, especially in this 777-200. No, I think this one is a limitation, but it's like a standard. Doesn't mean you need to comply with it. Because it might be just for like basic guidance. I'd love to see the EasyJet guy. Should be above us. Ah, there he is. Screenshot. Well, because we passed above Port Saint, actually the passengers didn't get any view of the island. And look at that, see, just to slow down from 250 to 220, we were already above the profile. You can watch the match in the FB. English is sometimes not easy. Ah! Okay, I got it now. Sorry. I got it. Tazzy, that thing is so quick on descent. Full spoilers until 3,000 today. Well, this one is not. This one is exactly the opposite. It is in fact very hard to descend. I mean, you can see 220, we're doing minus 900. I'll go flaps 1, even though we are quite far away yet. Flaps 1 is just slats, so essentially we're not adding too much drag, not deploying any trailing edge devices, but yeah, we will still need a little bit of speed brakes. And you know what, in fact I'll just keep it even lower. Or no, otherwise we will never catch the profile. Let's go 220, and down you go, please. Alright, transition level 1015 is set on once, twice, 3 times. Done. Approach checklist. Barrel refs is set 1015. Seat belts are on. Minimums 980 barrow. Auto brake is medium. Engine mode selector normal. Actually, now that I'm thinking, we wouldn't need the 980. I think we could do the 940 without any problems. 940. And let's activate the approach phase. Already got the VDAV. Let's hit approach, app nav. $10 miles. Remember what I wanted? I wanted 170 flaps 2, and that's what I'm going for. Probably should have just kept the descent. Let's just keep the speed descent nav. Alright. Descend. I don't understand. Maybe it's because I toggled the approach early. I'll see. Another thing I want to see is this airplane continued to descend at 1,000 feet. It did not level off like it should have. So we'll see how that goes. Nav, I want to see if it goes down or not. Let's do 170. This is the area I was talking about, the terrain, where the terrain had like different colors, yellow, red, purple, all that stuff. It was a beautiful place to make a walk. Alright, VFU minus 10, flaps 2. Trust descend. I'm just watching what this airplane is doing. And we want 1,000. Final lap. That is looking good. There we go. Now we're gonna start going down. Go manage speed at this point. Yep, see? Flaps 2, 170, and it's gaining speed. So as we pass 3,000 feet, I'll put the gear down, start configuring. I mean, the rate of descent should decrease as well. Yeah, this is the zone. And you can climb, I think you can climb to here. I have a photo which I took from here to this view, and it is magnificent. Also, when you pass probably around here, you can see both sides of the island, both the south and the northern side, and it looks pretty pretty cool. Alright, speed brakes, arm lights on. VFU minus 10 flaps 3.
2,500.
Check. Cabin crew prepare for landing. Madeira traffic, Air Portugal 1689 Heavy is on the RNP visual 05. Madeira traffic. Flaps full. Yeah, it is amazing. There is a lot of walking stuff to do here. Landing checklist. Go around altitude. We're gonna set 3000 in a minute. Cabin crew is advised to command landing no blue. Landing checklist is complete. Look at our speed. It is not descending, decelerating. Luckily, we do have a little bit of space there. Alright guys, hit the like button for this, give me luck. Synchro Drive, do you think we can fly to Vnukovo one day? Absolutely. Alright, I wanted to level off. And I don't like the speed. Let's go +4, 144 on the speed. Track FPA. Will you level off? 0, pull track, track FPA 0. There we go. Check. Now I can set 3000 for the mist. Checklist is complete. We have visual, we are stabilized. Speed is good. Everything is good. Ah, lovely. Now just fly straight on this track. Neos, no luck required, we do skills here. That's well said. Oh my god, that's gonna be the motto of this channel. That's gonna be the motto of this channel. That's bloody brilliant. Love that. Alright, 9.8 on the fuel. So less than that already, and we've 5 minutes past the arrival time that was given for the MCDU. So Gelo is right here. Rosario is right there. And we are just about to pass the 3 miles. Wind is coming from the back. Alright, 5 knots. Let's start the turn. Watch the speed. This is why I wanted it not in glide slope mini, because quite close, and if there comes any wind, it's not going to be cool. Let's check it. Yeah, it's going to be 1000 for a little bit. Do a nice, a little bit of wide-ish turn. Don't want to cut it too short. Alright, autopilot off. Flight director's off. My controls. Now we're just about to hit Gil. Remember, 850? Right? Let's start the descent now. So we're gonna go for the 3 degrees of descent, about -700. Maybe a tiny bit more. Continue. Runway is in sight. Madeira traffic at Portugal 1689 on final runway 05. Watch that descent rate. And how are we looking? 2 reds, 2 whites. Perfect. Keep the turn, keep the descent rate. It's very important that you manage. Look at the wind change. 144 on the ground speed. Easy, nice corrections. Now I just hope I landed nicely, although I prefer a firm but safe touchdown.
500.
Check. Watch the rate. Wind shift again. Center line. Slow, small corrections.
200, 150. 40,
Idle.
30, 20, 10, 5.
Fucking yes. Spoilers. Reverse green. Brake medium decel. Manual braking. Oh yes, the scenery for some reason on the runway just kills FPS. 70 knots. Reverses out. Oh yes. Welcome to Madeira. Yeah, I got quite excited there. No, it feels good. It feels good to do it. To do it nicely. Madeira traffic, Portugal 1689 heavy, backtracking runway 23, Madeira. Alright, nice on the speed, easy on the turn. Oh my god, yes! I did I think 3 or 4 attempts today, and they were all terrible. All. So I didn't have any high hopes for now. But apparently it paid off. Being nice and stabilized does help a bunch. And also there was not that much wind. Emil, what are you doing in the water? I know it's... I think Emil took the phrase vacation literally. Alright, that's gonna go off, that's gonna go off, off. Keep ourselves rolling, landing lights off. Start the APU, start the chrono. Probably 1 minute is already passed, so we'll wait 2 minutes for engine shutdown. It's gonna be fine. Let me restart X-Pilot so I can see Emil in the right place. Terrain on ND can be off. Flap is open, starting the APU. There we go, now we can see him. I don't know why X-Pilot decides to draw planes in the water. We had that on the Tupolev 134 stream as well, where Mike ended up in the water as well. Oh my god, that was so nice. Thank you guys for all the support. Niels, I'm writing that phrase. We don't... No luck required. First taxi the plane. No luck required. We do skills here. That is such a nice way to put it. Bloody brilliant. Madeira traffic at Portugal 1689 heavy, runway 05 vacated. Alright, I'm gonna switch this one off, strobes off. Wait for the APU bleed there. After landing, radar protecting wind shear is off. This is a really nice scenery, but it does lag a little bit. I have another one, which is a lot better in terms of FPS, but it's not as beautiful as this one, so it's the constant fight between beauty and FPS. Alright, let's take stand 1-2. We had 4-1-2 before, so was taking Alpha 1-2. Oh, we even have the marshaller. Excellent. Let's go.
Funchal traffic are come to our 16985. This is by a Crackle 1 Papa. Passing on 1000 and near of...
Quite the explanation there. I was happy. Tazik, good night. Thank you so much for being here. Are you streaming tomorrow? I need to check out your stream. feel like we ran out already, but I'm gonna trust him. Parking brake is set, lights are off, AP running, AP bleed is on. We've got 3 minutes there, so shutting down. Seatbelt signs off. That was a cool shutdown sound. Pumps off. And below 5% N1. Beacon light off. Transponder. Oh, I didn't switch to transponder. Standby and 2000. That is set. Oh, wait. Where's the door? Okay, it's here. Unlock the door. And off we go. Doors should be opening automatically. Dorms are disarmed. Parking checklist. Parking breaker chocks. Chocks are set already. Fantastic. Engines off. Wing lights off. Fuel pumps off. Parking checklist is complete. Very, very good. Here we are. Here we are. I need to take a screenshot. Guys, do you want to watch the replay? I think this one deserves a replay. Seaplane operations. Flat, I nailed that landing. Yes. A flat right now. Yeah. Copy left, it's so free to use. Thank you so much, Niels. That's a fantastic phrase. I'm saving it for myself. Well, Niels, if you ever need help with copyright law, I'm your man. Vlad, do you have a list of add-ons, etc.? I don't have a list of add-ons. What I usually do is I write down everything that I have on the description, which is like payware or something. But I can show you real quick what I use. I use Auto DGS. This is for the marshalers. I have Shared Flight for Shared Cockpit. I have BlueFX, which does very little, but it does the job and I like it. And I have Xpilot, ABTAB, Better Pushback, SimCode. This is the Headshake. I think this is a fantastic Headshake program. It's free and it honestly, I don't know, it's great. I have the TDS GTN XI. This is for all the planes, whatever. Smart Go Pilot, Terrain Radar, and yeah, that's about it. I use some tiles are done with Ortho 4XP, like this one, for instance, is done with Ortho 4XP. But other than that, I use Map Enhancement, SimHeaven, and then the rest is just add-on dependent. All right, let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. Ekaterina, hello sir, I couldn't be here earlier. Don't worry. Oh, you're just in time for the replay. Let's wind it back a little bit. And let's watch that landing. I also want to see where did I land. Okay, let's go for the... We don't have LPCP plane spotting here, but I guess he would have been somewhere along here to watch the landing. Now, I landed a little bit late. So I'm gonna position myself about here. I think this would be a good spot. This is my future house. I'm joking. With the current prices, I have simple ground services, Tazzy. Jesus Christ! Thank you so much for writing that. Oh, what? That was on the markers? That? Are you kidding me? That was on the markers? That was pretty good then. I didn't think... I thought I floated for a while. It felt to me like I floated forever. But it was inside the zone, so... That was actually... Okay. That was worth the F word. Yes, please. Alright, I broke the curse. Yes. Before I used to land on islands, I would always land very hard. Corfu is cursed. We need to fly to Corfu again. No joke. I feel like Corfu is cursed to me because every time I go there, there's something bad going on. Oh wait, it even has the thing. This is a neat scenery. It's a really neat scenery. Perfect landing donation. Synchronous Fire, dude, thank you so much. Alright, that was pretty good. Guys, and by the way, Emil, thank you for flying with me as well. I am gonna leave you with the wing view approach of Madeira, and I'm gonna get some rest. We're gonna start from here, full-blown A330 approach. Thank you so much for all your support. It has been amazing. I hope you enjoyed this live stream on the new, for me, Toliss A330. We're gonna have something, I hope, special soon, TM. Actually, two things that are gonna come soon. One is a video, another one I can't talk. But yes, it's gonna be really, really cool. And Tazzy, the replay system not working in 12.3 is awesome. True, I noticed that as well, so that is pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you here with the replay going on until the very end of the landing. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Good night, good day, good whatever. Have a great weekend. Thank you for all your support. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Bye bye.